is the Nintendo Powercast, episode 329. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2, Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Player 3, Johnny Bo, in second place in our TikTok matchup. What's going on?
I got robbed. Next time, everybody listening, come to my side. Give me likes.
Most people like to troll Josh online, so you should be able to get some momentum.
I don't know. People on TikTok are not fans of me, so
yeah. Well, and Twitter, your whole Twitter poll this weekend backfired as well.
No, you tweeted that out. That wasn't me.
I love it. Well, if you guys would like to get a copy of my book for free, n64josh.com/audible, I get to read it to you in this voice right here. Your princess can be in your castle.
N64josh live reading.
Live reading. n64josh.com/ another castle. No, Audible. Another castle is where you order the physical book. Yes. Another castle is where you order the physical book. So there you go. We're doing this show live, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And it's going to get more and more interactive with you guys in chat, because now we can display your questions live on the air. And so come hang out for the live show. Want to give a shout out to Hey Wheat Bread hanging out with us right now. Anybody else lurking? Thank you for being here. We know it's late. We are shooting for 9 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays, which is 12 a.m. Eastern. Right, John?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the good thing about Thursdays is the next day is Friday, and then, as productive.
That's enough
on
to
Friday.
pull you through the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm hoping my employers are not listening to this right now.
They're huge Nintendo fans, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
They're definitely in here.
He's got a calculator on a Switch. It's a work.
Yeah. I'm working.
I'm working for sure. Next week will be the announcement of our latest sponsor, and I hope you guys are ready to start grooming, because stay tuned. And
did people go engage on the TikTok?
Not enough.
Yeah,
I have like 4 videos ready to go, waiting for people to engage. They're all just in.
We got to get more matchups going. We got to get the hype
tank
going in the.
That's right.
In the TikTok.
That's right. We're having some fun on TikTok. Streaming on Mondays. Twitch is Mario Kart days now. Trying to start around 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific. Johnny's been streaming Twitch, doing a lot of Nintendo stuff, a lot of Smash. I played some Smash with him the other night.
Playing a lot of Smash.
He plays Apex on the Switch, so he loves.
It looked real good on the Switch too. Let me tell you, it looked real good on the Switch last night.
Clean as mud.
Yep, he loves it on there. So that's happening.
PS5. Sorry.
Twitch.tv/JohnnyBo, right?
Yes.
Yep. And Crawler doesn't stream; he just has a Twitch. It's
just there.
He's playing New World. He's
only playing. New
He's starting
World.
a new podcast. It's New World coming at you with Nightcrawler 724.
Mulehorn's there, I mean,
I know Mule. I think wanted to skip the Halo podcast tonight just to play New World.
I think that's
he probably got. He probably got into the queue at when do we usually do the podcast? Like 2 hours from now.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nope, we're playing New World tonight."
Yeah, that's what happened. So speaking of other podcasts, Press Pause coming back next week. So if you want to hear myself, Crawler, and Hate Zero
in his new digs.
He's in his new place. I've had some there. I think it's going to be a fun show. I have some ideas for this show, and so I think it's going to be a good time. And we have a YouTube channel for it. It's the Press Pause YouTube channel. So just search on YouTube, Press Pause. You're going to start finding some shorts over there. I'm going to make Crawler make shorts. It's going to be great. He's just going to be like, "Yo, I'm here."
Hey, I'm building. I got all sorts of crazy. I'm addicted to Lego right now. So
there you go. Make Lego shorts.
I know.
That sounds like really weird. Like
Lego shorts.
Lego shorts.
Yeah, shorts.
Just don't move once you've Could you do that? That'd be great content. Just build Lego shorts
I'm
around
sure there's
yourself.
somebody that's built crazy stuff out of Lego.
Yeah, I think you should be that person.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
time lapse it.
Yeah, but blur things out. Be careful.
I mean, people make duct tape clothes, so yeah. I mean, who knows? The world, sky's the limit.
And let's see.
Do not
here.
read that. Do not read that.
Wow.
What do? We go like this, and
you're banned.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get this person out of chat because nope. Why isn't it working?
What? How does YouTube let that happen?
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
Question.
There we go. Now they're hidden, so they can't talk anymore. And then, but why can I don't understand?
Yeah, I don't know if you can't delete it.
I don't get it. Oh wait, it should be all gone now, right?
I'm going there. I have a wrench on your channel, right?
I think so. So we can take care of that. That's the fun of doing it live,
Yeah, it's message deleted. So did you ban? Let's see here.
I'm just seeing it on
fun times. Yeah.
On the back end here, but like for some reason, yeah, I can like put them in timeout, but why? Where's just the ban button? Like
I'm reporting him. Let's. I mean,
yeah, I did the same. Anyway, that's taken care of. Sorry. Wheatbread said I expect this behavior from Facebook, not YouTube, but
be a good person on the internet. That's the whole root of this whole thing. Be a good person.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to you just don't have to do that stuff. But anyway, moving right along with our family-friendly podcast.
Until next week.
Don't read chat. No, we're keeping it clean. We're keeping it clean. I got this. Don't worry.
All right. Josh is writing the copy. Yeah.
Switch has been in the news this week. The OLED is out in the wild. Metroid Dread is out in the wild. So beware of like spoilers and other than what Nintendo's already spoiled. But
I mean the hands-on stuff I think has certain embargoes on it. No, from what I've heard, no more than what they've already kind of shown off in the trailers and stuff. But like,
there's physical copies.
Yeah. I saw a post.
There's like Walmart or somebody
broke Street Date already.
Yeah, somebody broke Street.
That's over a week. That's over a week early.
Exactly.
Come on, people.
Yeah. So, so beware of that. But what have you guys seen? Johnny, have you seen any impressions of the OLED? Like, are you excited?
I mean, I've seen pictures, and even the pictures have made me excited.
Yeah.
The off-screen footage, the bezel looks smaller.
It does. Yeah.
The screen is much more vibrant. I can't wait. I have mine pre-ordered. I think Crawler has a pre-order, right? And Josh, you decided not to get it.
I ended up canceling mine, but
I'm gonna be the only one that gets it.
You posted a YouTube short saying it was all paid for with TikTok money. So yeah, you're the one rolling deep.
That's true.
I'm gonna probably get it.
Yeah, Josh is gonna get it. Let's be honest.
I mean, eventually, like it'll be nice. I mean, I played handheld more than I normally do this last week traveling, which is nice. And so I mean, I listened to IGN's podcast, and they had hands-on at Redmond in Seattle, and they weren't actually allowed to do side-by-sides. But then other content creators were mailed, I guess, early copies of the OLED.
They're ambassadors.
Yeah, and they were able to put the side-by-sides up, and it's definitely more vivid and bright and colorful like you'd expect, but I mean it is only who knows what the future holds with the dock getting firmware updates. Is that a way to get 4K?
The other thing we will probably
is that a way to get 4K? I mean, is that I don't know, but
yeah,
because I mean, the only way the Switch is getting a power upgrade is through the dock. I mean, there's no way they keep it a portable handheld system without exponentially raising the cost for the chipset.
Like we were saying last time, it's all behind the wall. They just got to flip a switch.
It's all
It's
there.
like the Bluetooth. It's all there. The 4K is already in the base Switch model. Just got to flip the switch.
Exactly.
But I think the overall impressions that are out there are pretty positive on the OLED, right?
Here's my dilemma. First, I got to point out Wheatbread said, LOL, I was going to say, Josh says he's not getting it. We'll see how long that lasts, right? So there you go. Like,
yeah, Josh has 8 Switches already.
We'll see. Check back next week when Josh goes out at midnight to get an OLED.
Yeah. He's got friends at GameStop. I'm sure they're putting one aside for him.
We just got to become ambassadors, so make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, there you go.
And not the 2 spoof accounts that are on YouTube, you know.
Yeah. So here's my problem with the OLED. The white looks great.
That's the main reason I want it is the Joy-Con. But like those are going to sit off to the side because I don't want to get them dirty.
Exactly. So like, are you going to play? Like, I guess I could. I'm honestly afraid to use any Joy-Con because they wear out fast. Like they wear out fast.
Maybe the Zelda ones might have fixed it.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to use those.
Because didn't Spawn Wave take them apart and they had something extra in there?
Like styrofoam in there.
Oh, they do. They have a little.
I need to go and watch Spawn Wave's video, but yeah, I believe there's something different about the Zelda ones.
Well, maybe the white ones that are coming out will be. But the other thing is I just don't want to get them dirty either. And it's not like I don't wash my hands, but I mean, anybody that has a PlayStation 5, play the Xbox 360 back in the day.
It's fairly clean.
There's
little X's, circles, and triangles and stuff in here to collect your grimy hands.
Your grimy hands, yeah, lovely. So yeah, that's kind of the dilemma with it. Like, I want to look at it. I want to play it handheld. Like, I'm like, honestly, playing Metroid handheld, that kind of excites me, right? But also playing it on the big screen, or at least my monitor. But like the Advance Wars games, like, and even Pokemon, like sometimes the most like playing like Pokemon Let's Go handheld, that was like the way to do it.
Pokemon put out more trailers this last week, and damn it! Now I'm gonna probably buy the double pack.
Okay. How is the marketing working so well?
I don't know. It looks like a good.
I should not care about this. I know how Pokemon games work. It's the same thing.
They put out the trailers.
The story doesn't change.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm probably gonna buy the double pack.
I know. I thought the same thing.
Congratulations to Pokemon Company and Nintendo marketing, because sometimes you kill it. Other times, I mean, 95% of the time they kill it. There's sometimes they drop, like Dread. I feel like they've overshared. I mean, there can be marketing.
They want that game to sell. Like that.
Yeah, I saw a tweet this morning. I think it was this morning. I saw a tweet that was like all the ads around LA, I think, that were promoting Dread. Walking around Chicago, downtown Chicago this last weekend, I saw a ton of advertisement for Addams Family movie. I didn't realize that was coming out, but like I didn't see anything for Dread or anything, which I was kind of surprised about, because usually in kind of big markets they're making those pushes. Maybe they're waiting until this week, but I don't know.
The thing with Dread is they almost have to show some of the super cool stuff that's going to get people to go, yo, I want to be able to experience that. You know what I mean? Like, and so I know it's tough, because for those of us that are like, no, I'm on board. You don't need to sell it to me. We're like, don't show me anymore. But anybody on the fence needs that push, so it's
especially they're trying to sell a 2D platformer in 2021 for $60. So they need to try to sell that game hard.
I hope the sales are fantastic and we get to see more from this this studio, right?
I mean, I think it's pretty much guaranteed to be the best-selling Metroid game to date.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on Amazon top selling since it's been announced.
It
Since
doesn't have to
June.
sell that many. I think if I remember correctly, like it's
What is
barely
the
over
best
a
selling?
million.
What is the best selling Metroid game?
I think
Is
it's Fusion, and I think it's like 1.3. I don't have the number directly in front of me, but like I was looking it up last week when we were talking, and I want to say it's less than 2 million. So like the potential is there. Like I wonder what they're hoping, right? I wonder what they're like. You know, with Animal Crossing, they were like, "Yo, we'll be excited if we sell 10 million in the lifetime."
And now it's the second best selling game.
Yeah, you know. So
And I think they're
like,
trying to see this. They're trying to set this up for Metroid Prime 4. Like they want to get a player base that's excited about new Metroid stuff.
mhm.
So Metroid Dread is really an entry point to Metroid Prime 4, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, Nintendo dropped the ball when it comes to a digital only sale of. I mean, we already have access to 1 and OG Metroid and Super Metroid, but they could have just done a nice clean package of a digital kind of thing and done 1. Fusion's a remake of 1, right?
No.
No, Fusion's
Zero Mission.
Zero Mission's a remake
Yeah.
of 1.
Yeah.
So they could have done 1 Zero Mission, 2, which is it's a Game Boy game, right?
Yep. Metroid 2.
And then Samus Returns because that's the remake of that one, correct?
Yes.
And then Super Metroid, even though we have access to both 1 and Super Metroid on Switch Online. And then so Super Metroid's 3. 4 was Fusion, right? Which is everyone, like, from what I hear, Super Metroid and Fusion are like the 2 that you need to play kind of going into this for the most part, I think, to get the most out of the story.
Yeah.
But the game also, I think, does enough to show you about the information that you need to kind of know. But they had an opportunity and a captive audience because Johnny bought it on GameCube. I've thought, or not on GameCube,
I bought
sorry,
it on Wii U.
on Wii U. I have my Wii U hooked back up. I thought about buying it. I haven't done it yet, but like they could have just packaged it all up and sold it on Switch and sold it for $30 and had people buy it.
You bought them and haven't played, but have you played them before? Have you played?
Yeah,
Fusion?
I played them before. I was also like, they could still do it. They could still sell it. Like maybe they're waiting to see how Metroid Dread sells. Because if, say, I play a game in a series that I've never played before, and I really enjoy it, and I really want to experience more of it. People might go back and play those older games. So maybe they're waiting to see how Dread sells, and if it sells 5, 7, 8 million copies, they throw the GBA games on there. And
well, what if we saw similar treatment of Link's Awakening but with Fusion? You know, like
I doubt that they're gonna
show that much love.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, there's always things that we think Nintendo should do or would make sense to do, but they always they don't. Because like, how hard would it?
They march to the beat of their own drum, man.
How hard would it be to port a ROM of the GBA games? It can't be that hard, right?
Especially since the legwork's already done on Wii U. Like the architecture shouldn't be that different to get it over. They've managed to find a way to get 64 working on the Switch, and that works on Wii U.
Well, that's because when Game Boy games come out in 2 years, they can charge us. They can upcharge Nintendo Switch Online.
Expansion Pack 2.
Super Game Boy Switch.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. So Wheatbread did find Metroid Prime 2.84 million, but I think as far as the 2D goes, I think Fusion was the top. And
the mainline series, the 2D versions are the mainline series. So 1 through 5 now. Yeah. Prime is a spin-off.
Dread, and Dread will be the number 1 seller of the mainline series. But
I think it's
you're
gonna
probably
be the best
right.
seller of the
Fusion probably
Metroid
is the
series.
best selling game of those 4 so far, but I bet at this point I would hope that more people have played Super Metroid, I think, than what Fusion has sold.
So here we go. I have all the numbers right here, and Super Metroid is 1.42 million. It was the top at for a while.
Is that only SNES? Is that only SNES sales, or does that include Virtual
That
Console?
would probably include Virtual Console, I would think.
So this I don't have that info right here.
No.
And
I think it wouldn't include like SNES Classic, but I would think because Virtual Console, that game has been available on 3DS and Wii U and Wii.
And I don't even know, does Nintendo share those numbers? That's the other thing. But the top selling is the first Metroid game on GBA.
Really?
The first Metroid game on GBA?
Not Zero Mission, not Fusion. I'm talking
Metroid 2.
OG. No.
Or no.
OG,
Oh, the
the OG
NES Classic
Metroid
one or whatever.
Yes.
That's called.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, wait, okay. You know what? I see what they're doing. They combined the GBA release and the SNES release. That's what these numbers are showing me here. Because I went back to the list and I'm like, well, where's regular Metroid? It's not there. So total with the re-release on GBA, 2.73 million. So guaranteed right now, Dread has already sold more.
Already sold that, yeah.
Potentially more than all Metroid games combined. Like
mainline games. Prime not included.
It could hit 10 million. I think it could hit 10 million.
I hope
it's
it does.
steep. It's steep.
What's number 10 on the I'm going to try to pull up the Switch.
I don't even if you hit 10 million, I don't think you're cracking top 10 on the Switch right now.
I don't think so.
But again, Link's Awakening, that sold like 3-4 million. It wasn't a huge hit, I don't believe. So who knows? And I honestly thought that Metroid just doesn't sell at all. Like those numbers seem high to me.
Well,
2 million seems high.
Yeah, but they don't. For some reason, this list is not showing me everything. Fusion didn't even break 1 million.
And we know the one on 3DS only sold like 500,000 or something.
So Ring Fit is number 10 at 11.26. And this is Nintendo Life's article, probably from the investor call on August 5th of this year. So fairly recently. So Ring Fit is 11.26. I don't know if it breaks that, but like Splatoon is right above Ring Fit at 12.45. So I don't know if it gets above that, but I definitely think it's potentially in the 6 to 8
We also
range.
have a 90 million install base now. We got a new Switch model coming out, which people, I'm assuming new customers will be buying, and you're gonna see they're advertising Metroid Dread with it.
Yeah. Impression embargo is up. When's the review embargo? Do we know? Probably Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
I mean, if it's Metacritic 85 and up, it's definitely gonna.
But I don't think it even matters. Like this is the Switch. Like it's not. And people don't wait and see for these games.
This is kind of
by Nintendo. It sells.
And if you're not a Pokemon fan, this is kind of it. Besides, like Advance Wars remake.
Well, there's Mario Party. It's going to sell like 20 million. It's probably going to sell like 30 million units this time.
Yeah, because Super Mario Party sold 15.72. This new one is going to sell better than that.
And how many people are going to run out and buy the 64 controller just so they could play Mario Party?
I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm trying that.
If you guys are only listening, if you could have seen John's eyes right there, he was just like,
they bugged out a little bit.
Whoa, I get to play. Okay.
That's another $50.
So VG Charts has different numbers than the other website. Metroid Prime 2.84, which is what Wheatbread said. Metroid 2.73, which I think was the same.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Samus Returns, but it's on. It's
Broke
I
Crawler.
believe that's the Game Boy game, unless they're combining them. I don't know, but I believe it's the Game Boy game. Fusion 1.6 according to these numbers, not less than 1 million. So I don't know where those other numbers came from, right? Like, and again, maybe these ones are incorrect. I don't know. We're doing our best just to
VGC is
try
pretty
probably
solid,
pretty
so.
accurate. Yeah. So, but I mean, the top 10 games, Zero Mission is under 1 million. Metroid Prime Hunters is 1.08. Prime 2
That
Echoes.
doesn't count. Hunters is like a demo.
No, it was a full game.
I know, but it was like
People
you got a
didn't like
demo
that
with the
one, though,
DS
right?
when it came out.
No, but they didn't release the full game.
Yeah, I know. I'm just I don't see that as like that's not.
It doesn't
When I
count.
think
for
of
you?
Metroid, I'm not like, oh my god, I love Metroid Prime Hunters.
Do you know what I did with
Is
Metroid
that the one
Prime
on the
Hunters?
DS where you
That's the
you
one
have
on
to
the DS. Yeah.
No, it's not the one you're thinking, Crawler. It's not the 3DS game. It's the DS game.
Well, no. I have the DS one.
Where it's just first person and you're literally
and you're like dragging the stylus
Yeah, it's
across
an
the
arena.
screen.
It's-
Yeah,
it's an
Not
arena.
me. I had a special thumb stylus so I could play it like an actual
Wow.
shooter because I was like, "Ooh, first person shooter on the go online. Let's do this, baby!" Like,
I know this is getting off topic, but do you remember Metroid Prime 2 Echoes had multiplayer?
Yeah,
And it was just like Team Deathmatch.
right.
I hope they put that in Metroid Prime 4.
was that in the trilogy on Wii?
No. I don't think so.
The multiplayer was. I'd have to pull the box out to check, but I want to say you could probably. I think it is. I think
Because Prime
but
2 was on Wii, right?
It's only local.
Local, yeah.
Yeah,
Was
there
Prime
wasn't-
2 on
Prime
Wii?
2 was on GameCube
It was
and
on
then
GameCube until
Until the trilogy.
the
until Trilogy, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, potentially here, you got. I'll round up 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's more like
It's like Metroid
15.
Pinball in there and
Like-
like
They got other
Metroid
M
Prime.
in here. Other M's 1.1 million. So I mean,
That sold more than Zero Mission? That's sad. That makes me
Yeah.
sad.
So what's funny is like 3 years ago I bought a brand new copy of Other M at Walmart. Like, so super weird, right? But yeah. So I mean, we're looking at approximately with at least the top 10, approximately 15 to 17 million is what Dread would have to do to outsell at least the top 10, right?
I mean,
Like,
that's not out of the realm of possibility. There isn't much. I probably should watch my words because there's not much new coming out on the Nintendo Switch.
I mean,
There's Pokemon remakes. There's
Yep.
Advance Wars remakes. There's Mario Party, which is essentially the N64
this is the only new game coming out for Nintendo this holiday. Everything else is a
WarioWare.
rehash. I mean,
that already happened though.
isn't it a rehash?
I mean, that's
Well, isn't Metroid as well? Like it's just a new
Hey,
entry in the.
Don't you can't don't do that. Like you can't. We gotta try to talk it up here. Remember?
Oh, yeah. It's buy Metroid.
it's
Everybody
building
listening. Well, don't. All right. I get yelled at if I tell people to buy things because not everybody's fortunate enough to be able to afford it. But if you have the means and you enjoy Hollow Knight, buy Metroid.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight sold 2 million copies on the Switch, so there's a fan
did
base out
Nintendo
there.
pay off Team Cherry to suppress Silk Song a little bit just to get through this?
They're like, just wait to release so we can get Metroid Dread out.
Team Cherry, we know you're a 3-person team. We're gonna say you guys just aren't ready yet.
Here's a little cash to delay your game. I love it. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nintendo's doing some good things with their marketing. I'm excited to be back in the place where I'm excited for Nintendo stuff. I saw the Pokemon trailers too, Crawler. I saw the same stuff on Twitter, and I was like, I think I said a swear because I was just like, they got me. Like, they got me. I didn't think they would.
Arceus looks really good. I
that one
feel-
hasn't
Well,
sold me yet. I'm gonna need more.
Isn't Scyther getting a new? Is that in
there's
Arceus?
Cleaver. Yeah, Cleaver.
Josh
Is the-
Josh is just nodding. He has no clue what I just said.
No idea.
Yeah, do you even? What are you talking about? Do you even know what a Pokemon is?
Pokemon. Yeah, there's like the electric rat and flower cow and like the squirting
Water-
I'm
turtle.
wearing a
water turtle.
Pokemon. We're always
Yeah.
like on topic with the hats that I'm wearing. Like
Yep.
the other week was Splatoon. I had a Splatoon hat on. Now I got a Pokemon hat.
Speaking of Splatoon, great segue. Did you guys see that Nintendo put out a thread on Twitter today, kind of breaking down some of these new weapons and abilities?
I saw
Like-
something about the crab tank or whatever.
The crab tank,
the
and
spider squid, but it's not called that, which was a
That's a miss.
missed opportunity. You know?
Sony'd come after him though. Sony and Disney. That's two companies you don't want coming after you.
My favorite was the GIF of like the Overwatch character that's in the big tank, like just kind of like, I'm here. You think you forgot
The
about
hamster
me.
ball thing?
Yeah.
the
There's
hamster
also there's a crab. You know crab fight. You know that game.
Oh, the
Their
crabs
creator-
with the knives or whatever?
Yeah. The creator quoted the hamster or the crab tank or whatever it is. He's like, yeah, we did it
No.
first. We did it first.
No way. I love it.
I'm really excited for Splatoon 3. I need to go back and watch that trailer again. I've been playing some Splatoon 2, and the game's just fun. It's just a fun game.
So they have comics and stuff, right? Is that what they have?
Yeah, they have manga, I think.
Yeah. I wish it was baked more into the game to understand the lore. I mean, because I guess I didn't play. I didn't play
Humans
Splatoon
died?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Now
get
there's
Cheesy
squid.
on here. We'll get Cheesy on here to give us some.
Oh yeah. Cheesy is the lore master.
Like the lore
Cheesy
master of
C64.
Splatoon.
If you want to
Yeah.
check out,
Yeah.
his
On TikTok and Twitch
yeah.
and stuff. We'll get him. We'll get him on here to talk Splatoon lore. But I'm gonna go full screen here with the tweets from Nintendo. So some new special weapons are coming to Splatoon 3. This is the crab tank. When piloting this multi-legged vehicle, you can attack with a powerful rapid-fire gun and a cannon with a wide blast area. You can also turn into a ball and move around faster than crab walking. So I don't know, pretty cool, I think. And then they also go on to talk about this special weapon turns an Inkling into a shadowy warrior called a zip caster with tentacles that can stretch way out and stick to walls. You can zoom around and cause mad chaos to conceal your identity.
Spider squid.
It's spider squid.
When
It even
when the
looks
ink
like a
runs out.
mask. Like that. It has the
Yeah, it's got the superhero eye black
superhero
around.
mask.
Yeah,
Look at all
spider
the
squid.
look at the replies. People are
Spider
comparing it to Overwatch and
yeah.
Plants vs Zombies. And then
Yeah.
all
I'm actually afraid
I
to
was saying,
scroll that.
where's the
Oh,
Spider-Man?
You gotta be careful. You gotta be
Where's the
careful. There was a
Spider-Man meme
one
of them
right there,
pointing at himself?
Yeah. So, but again, I mean, kind of cool that like usually Nintendo's pretty like on point with their like, okay, we're only marketing this game right now. We're only going to talk about it on Twitter, and they're already starting to build hype around Splatoon.
So there's a lot of people that are like, they're really marketing Metroid Dread right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have games coming out like Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is coming out in November. So people are hoping that they use this same type of marketing effort. I don't think they'll have the big billboards and stuff like that, but they'll probably promote it a little bit more on their social medias. And I think Nintendo is doing it right with the marketing.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Question mark. Ron Burgundy. Splatoon's still like a year away, so.
Well, so that I guess that's my question. Is it only a year right now for Splatoon? Is it only 2022? Is that all we know?
I think it's gonna be summer. They did say 2022, but I think it's gonna be summer.
I would think if Breath of the Wild isn't gonna hit the is that 5 years at that point? Is that the 5-year anniversary?
March? Yeah, 5 year in March.
If Breath of the Wild 2 isn't gonna hit that benchmark, then it's going to be the big game. It's going to be the booth, quote unquote, booth game for E3. And maybe Splatoon comes out before E3. It's one of the two has to come out in before E3, I would think. One of the two of those games.
Or it could be the June, because they always release something in June. Like Mario Golf was in June this year. So it could be the June game.
This still feels like a year that they did not have like the big IP. You know what I mean? I mean,
Pokemon's huge. Pokemon is huge,
right? But it's yearly.
But and it's also an old game.
Yeah, but
I mean,
nostalgia is so powerful,
and they're slapping a new coat of paint on it with whatever the dungeon crawling stuff that they're doing. It has me interested, even though I haven't really been. I played Sword and Shield playing through to completion, was the first time I'd done that, and I kind of stopped. I didn't even go catch the legendary Pokemon. I just beat the story point or whatever. That was the end battle, but that was the furthest I've gotten in a Pokemon game in a really long time. They had me excited with Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, because it was a remake of Red and Blue, and Yellow, which I played to completion multiple times as a kid. But once I tried to play Ruby and some of the other stuff, and I knew the 151, I didn't want to learn new Pokemon. I didn't want to learn new rock, paper, scissors matchups and all that kind of stuff. And even when I played Sword and Shield, I had a chart on one of my monitors as I was playing.
Still too confusing.
Yeah.
There's only slightly more Pokemon now. Only a little bit.
What do they have? They're over
750. I think they're at exactly 1,000. Well, I guess this Cleaver adds to it.
But I mean, it has my interest with
Thank you, Andros, for saying, haha, y'all sound so old. Thank you for that. Yeah. Moving on from Pokemon, because I don't quite understand the Pokemons. No, I mean, yeah, Nintendo got me. This next game coming out, they got me. They got you guys with Unite. You guys are loving Unite. Except for one thing, actually, Johnny's not loving too much.
Yeah.
Are we gonna mention this?
Yeah, let's do it. Because you and I both don't like it on mobile.
It's definitely not positive. Go ahead.
Pokemon Unite just came out on mobile, I think last week. Yeah. It was 9/22 or whatever. And they actually made some good improvements. The UI looks a lot cleaner. They added more menus, which doesn't make any sense. There's already 20.
They hid your daily challenges inside another menu, though. That was a mistake.
Yeah, it's very
not positive.
Yeah. Okay. The UI of the match itself. They changed the announcers.
The end screen is cool. You see the scoring back and forth a little bit.
It looks really good. It looks nice. It looks better than it did.
Controls on mobile.
Controls on mobile
is
are
hot
awful.
garbage.
Negative.
Yeah. But I mean, personally, I'm never gonna play on mobile.
It's a way to log in and get your daily login bonus if you can.
Positive.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's whatever.
But the thing that it seems they did when they brought it over to mobile is they included more gross mobile stuff.
Yeah. They
want more free to play stuff, honestly.
It's 10 cents. So I mean you kind of half expect it. They kept it wholesome.
$40 for a skin.
Yeah.
$40.
So while you are hunting Pokemon is hunting whales. Let's make this very
Johnny, my question for you and people in the chat. It was a login thing to do. Did you do the survey?
Oh, I didn't do the survey yet.
No, will you pay $39.99 for
it? Yeah, we'll pay $40.
I'm trying to remember some of the stuff. Some of the stuff was what do you find the game competitive? What do you enjoy about the game? What so I mean, there was a decent amount, and I tried to go through and answer as honestly as I could, because the game can be frustrating when you have 4 teammates that 3 of which are trying to quit before Zapdos even happens. They aren't. I had a couple. I think on mobile, it leads to more people either quitting out because of a phone call or other things that can happen with mobile phones. But I had a few games where people were just sitting in the spawn area, not participating at all, and that makes it damn near impossible to win the game.
Plus, they're dum-dums. It's hard. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm a master. I got the master rank.
Yeah, you grinded that before the end of the first half.
Well, it doesn't even reset. It didn't even reset.
I was
get it.
Nerd. Oh, sorry.
So I could actually talk on this topic because I am a Pokemon master. Okay?
You are. You want to be the very best.
Positive.
I did make some tips.
Like no one ever was.
The mobile players clearly didn't watch my video about the tips and tricks. But so I do want to address the pay to win thing. That was a big issue when the game first came out. The pay to win, the item enhancers. They when it came to mobile, they gave everybody these items that maxed out 3 of your battle items to 30, which is the top level. And they also made it.
I haven't read patch notes. I have things I can max out my battle pass.
Yeah. So you get.
Oh, wow.
I think they're called super item enhancers, and it maxes out 3 of your items.
I should read rank. Stuff and go into my inventory.
And
life's so much better without it.
And if you use it on items that you already upgraded, you get all of the refund item enhancers back. Sweet. So you could use that to upgrade other items. And they also made it easier to get item enhancers without paying money. So they try to get rid of the pay to win aspect, but I think they added more monetary aspects in the customization. Like there's a Ninetales skin that just came out that costs $40. Mm-hmm. I don't know of any game.
Do you win if you do you just win if you pick that Ninetales skin?
You look cool. I haven't seen it in action yet.
I mean, that is double a regular ass Fortnite skin. So
it's actually more because Fortnite dropped the prices of their.
Is it down
V-Bucks.
a little bit? Yeah.
So
I mean, but Fortnite skins on the regular used to be $20. If you want it, spend your money or mommy's money.
That's
or
New World Crawler.
They're dipping their toes in the water. They're seeing what they can get away with, right? Like they're
That's
seeing
a lot.
They're but if the whales are like, here's the other thing. You know why it's going to work? You know why it's going to sell? Because
kids in China can only play 3 hours a week, and they need to get their money in right there.
But I mean, right now, if that was like the main game you were playing and you showed up with that, it's a flex.
Yeah. And I understand why. I understand why, because you don't use a lot of the characters, right? You only use 1, 2, 3 max characters. So they need to try to get money out of you, even though you're not using, like, it's not an overall skin that you could use and for any character.
Yeah. And they got $7 more out of me before the end of the first season because I wasn't about to leave 4 or 5 levels on my battle pass, and I wanted the Cinderace skin, even though I barely use Cinderace.
Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second here, though. Okay, Johnny, how much time do you have in the game?
Over 100 hours.
Okay,
but I have spent. So to be fair, I have spent I think $70 on this game.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
I think
that's fair, but I mean you're probably going to continue with it, right?
Yeah,
and you're probably going to end up, and I'm not necessarily saying that time and dollars equate when it comes to gaming, right? Metroid could be an 8-hour game that's just absolutely blowing our mind. It's still value. It's still worth the $60, right? If it's blowing our mind.
Yeah.
The game is free, yet you have 100 hours into it. Yeah. You spent 70 on stuff. Like it's one of those things that like maybe it is a little bit gross because it's so high, right? For one, that sounds like it could be a pack of 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at very minimum. But again, especially in the time that we live in right now, like that chance to be like one of the few that has the what is it, Nine Tails?
Yeah. All right. Here's another. If it was my main, I would buy it. If it was my main, if it was Lucario, I would buy that skin.
But let me ask
So
this,
and you're salty as well because the Lucario skin inside the battle pack is you're not happy about it. I saw your tweet day one of the battle pass. Gengar got some really sweet loot at the end of the battle pass with that.
Lucario gets this little vest. One of the fan favorite Pokemon out of all the Pokemon gets a stupid little vest. That's what I'm really mad about.
Is that the dapper
negative?
Like, is that like the Blastoise and all the dapper
it's called a space jacket. It's a
space jacket.
It's a space battle pack.
Gengar's decked out a lot.
The Gengar skin is really cool. The Gengar skin is really cool.
Astronaut.
Okay, now I think Josh has swung my opinion on this. I was actually playing earlier today, and it's still a fun game, and I'm going to be playing it for hours and hours, getting master in the next season, and maxing out my battle pass. So
yeah,
and I do like that they
added Hollowware to early evolutions this time.
For some of them.
For some of them. Yeah.
Those are the premium ones.
But you can you can tell that they're evolving what people want to see because you're only your final form for the last half of the game. Like yeah.
And I think they're like Josh said, they're testing the waters. Mobile release just came out. We have I don't know, maybe a month until the season's over, I think. So they'll probably change some things once the season ends. So because then they'll have all the Switch feedback, they'll have all the mobile feedback.
If Ninetales goes on sale, are you buying it?
So all right. Here's the thing.
Come like his TikToks and he'll fund it.
So for I hate you guys, but it's true. So your initial purchase of Aeos gems, which are the premium currency, you get double the gems. So like a $20 pack, you're actually getting $40 worth. So like you get like 1,200 gems.
Well, that's
normally, but you get 2,400.
That's why they're selling.
That's why they're doing it. Yeah, I know why they're doing it, Josh. I know.
It's half off, and they're letting the mobile players that are like, "Yo, you guys just got here. Here's this special little gift."
I'm very interested to see how much money they make. How much money they made. So like I'm assuming in the next Nintendo financials, I think they used to do this for Pokemon Go. They used to put how much they made off of Pokemon Go. I'm hoping we see how Unite does. It's gonna be like $70.
I mean,
we made $70, and it was John Ebo.
Did Niantic ever report stuff on Pokemon Go, or was it always Pokemon Company?
Because they were just, what I remember of Pokemon Go is they just were like, "Yo, we made $1 billion in a day." Like they were making so much money that it was.
I mean, it's a phenomena enough that they have Go Fest or whatever in Grant Park,
and it's still, I think, the highest grossing mobile game, like overall. So,
that being said, is the last character in Smash going to be another Pokemon?
No. I have feelings like they're trying to, like, it has to be a big character, but I think they also need to cross promote. You know how they did with Byleth and Corrin? I could see it being a Metroid character.
Emmy.
Being like an Emmy
Mother Brain. You literally just sit and shoot. You can't even move. You just take damage.
The robot Chozo that they showed. Like that was a cool character.
So it'd be another sword character?
It could be a Pokemon. It could be Cleaver to promote their Arceus game.
Wait, what was the little metal guy from Pokemon Go that got into Let's Go? The
Meltan.
Oh, Meltan. Yeah, Meltan. And Melmetal.
Melmetal.
Actually, Melmetal would be pretty cool. I would be okay with the Pokemon. I'd be okay with the Pokemon.
How many
Because-
Pokemon do we have right now?
Yeah,
What-
but they're so varied. Like
Yeah.
there's the Pokemon. There's so many different types of Pokemon, different types of movesets that they could really tap into. That it would be a different character than anything else.
What are the starters for Diamond and Pearl?
You have
I'm
the
gonna-
Fire Monkey.
I love you.
You have the Water Penguin.
Ooh.
and
And the fire cat too. The fire cat.
No, it's the
that's-
Fire Monkey.
He was
It's the
from
Fire
X.
Monkey.
Oh,
That
okay.
was
It's Fire Monkey
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed
Penguin,
to another because
and Turtle.
Pokemon Trainer is
Grass
such a
Turtle.
unique. Like it's something cool that they took Charizard that was in previous games and then iterated on it that it became this added thing.
Here you go, nerds. There's the names: Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig.
Yeah, but those are the base
Those
evolutions.
are the base, so there has to be a mid
So
level and then a
in
final evolution.
Piri.
Oh, sorry, Andros.
Oh my god, we're like, I'm not a Pokemon master anymore.
But I mean,
I'm
if
not a
it were
Pokemon
if
master
it
anymore.
were to be a Pokemon, I would want it to be another Pokemon trainer because I think that would add 3 characters in one.
That'd be cool.
You,
I don't
do
think
you
it's going to
You
be.
think the community would be like, it's as bad as another Fire Emblem character?
No. I mean, I think more people they won't be happy about it. There's only one character that's gonna please the entire player base.
What if it's just a flip of Pokemon Trainer and Charizard is the
Charmander. So you're going Charmander.
Yeah.
Then you'll go
Is it
War Turtle in the middle.
and then Flower
Because
Cow
we already,
Senior at the
Flower
top?
Cow, Venusaur. There you go. Infernape, Empoleon, and Torterra. I knew what they looked like. Gen 4 is a very dark spot for me because that's the one that I haven't played. Oh, Flower Cow, speaking of Pokemon Unite, got a business suit. And it looks awesome.
Oh, well, now I want to play. How much is that?
That one's only
Probably-
see, the pricing doesn't make sense. That one's like $5 or
Nothing
$2
makes
or
sense
something.
inside all that stuff because it's all in their currency. So you got to get out
Now
your
I want that
calculator
freaking
and
Now I want that Ninetales skin. Thanks. All right, so you know what? I want it to be Chief.
I
Master
want it to
Chief.
be Chief.
Yeah,
I
same.
mean,
Here, okay, I'll go through the list of characters that I wouldn't mind seeing. And we've talked about this a million times, right? Because we do these
But
every
we're so
every couple
close
months.
now. We're so close now.
So for me, Ryu Hayabusa would be crazy.
Ninja
I don't know
Gaiden.
who that character was at the end of the Bayonetta
I don't think they'll
3
do.
trailer.
I don't think they'll do
but
Ryu though because we already have one.
maybe. But I mean,
Maybe.
Ryu Hayabusa, technically Ninja Gaiden goes all the way back to the NES days.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's a deep history that I could see Sakurai doing a how he does his history lesson. I could see that potentially being the thing. I see the possibility of Mortal Kombat, right? Scorpion, Sub-Zero, possibly.
Yes.
Get over here.
That's
But then when they punch the other characters or they get punched, sweat comes out. So it's
sweat,
like it's a throwback to the Super Nintendo.
I
No
mean,
blood.
they've already made they did Mortal Kombat versus DC. Like they've had non-mature Mortal Kombat stuff.
Right.
Like
we need
Scorpion
clock
and-
we need Clock Tower as the Mortal Kombat stage though, with the fatality spikes at the bottom somewhere.
Yeah. That's the final smash.
Yeah. Final smash. They're in the pit. Like,
People will actually play with Final Smash is on for once.
Or what was it? The subway that you could go up to the street if you did an uppercut through the
Yep.
yeah.
like in Mortal Kombat 2 or 3, I think. Like, yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you with both. I'm with you for both.
Okay. All
What
right.
else we
But
got?
I do wonder about okay, not a character, but update Samus and update Bayonetta with their new skins.
With the new skins. Yeah, that would be
can see
cool.
that.
That would be cool.
And maybe even give Samus we need Dread to her. Like it's not gonna. I don't know how they do this, right? I don't know if they could do it, but it would be cool if Samus got some kind of a Dread update, right?
We get an Emmy brawler skin.
Well, and when what was his name from Final Fantasy showed up, they ended up changing stuff with Cloud, right?
Did they? I don't know if
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, his final smash, if you do it against Sephiroth or whatever, it's different. So they did make some tweaks. So it is possible. So we might see some stuff like that. But Chief and Sora seem to be the two that everybody is. And like, what is your Crawler? What is your like honest gut feeling? My gut feeling is after this pack, it's going to be somebody way out in left field, like something like Conquer or, just like Joanna Dark or something that's like, and they already kind of, what if they're teasing a rare character by showing us Banjo
Mambo's in there
in the, in that last direct, like
for a Jiggy. What are they called? Not a Jiggy. Is it a Jiggy?
It's a Jiggy that you collect. Yeah. The Sora thing, I don't think Disney's willing to play ball with that. They would want probably too big of a cut because you can't have Sora without Goofy, Donald, and Mickey, right?
I have no idea.
Apparently, there's a game that does have Sora without Disney characters.
But the last Kingdom Hearts game's on Switch.
Well,
that's a rhythm game.
No, that's a rhythm game or whatever.
But it's still, and they did show
last one.
No, they did show the Disney Sim game.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's
Disney. They're all playing nice.
Mickey Mouse got invited.
Look at Ultimate Alliance 3. That's all Disney. That's all Disney.
Spider-Man and Smash.
Look at all the Star Wars ports we're getting.
It would be really cool for a PlayStation character. We haven't seen a Sony rep.
Yeah, so I think Crash is definitely a possibility. And I know it's not now a Sony rep, right? But the history of, hey plumber, come out. He's in Redmond with his megahorn.
With the megaphone.
Just yelling
they
have to have that skin. Like they have the normal Crash skin.
They have the dude's mascot,
face.
The mascot actual skin. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yes.
Skins are interesting. The chat said skins have been a missed opportunity. Maybe that will just be the last hurrah. They just release a whole bunch of skins.
Like there's so many what ifs and so many Crash, Spyro, Chief. Like we're already listing out Fighter Pack Season 3. Like it could be so much potential, but I also want Sakurai to not have to kill himself to keep this.
You think he really does that much on this game anymore? People
always
say that. I don't think
the man sits there with 2 Pro controllers in front of him and plays himself in Smash. I think he has a pretty hands-on approach to this game. He plays himself in Smash pretty well, better than some people could even play single-handedly, like with one controller.
With both hands.
The next he's gonna have four iterations of the same character, and he's gonna be playing with his feet underneath the table.
Right.
But there has been that premium Mii Fighter skin the last 4 or 5 times as well.
Don't those always feel like
those are kind of the consolation prize, like
middle finger?
That's
hope
the Among Us skin this time. We're gonna have Among Us skin this time.
I hope.
Yes.
How big of an FU to Waluigi fans would it be if Waluigi gets the meat?
He already has one. I think he already has one, doesn't he?
I think you can put the hat. Like, yeah, I think close enough. But like, they went full on, like, kind of. You get the transformation more so the transformation like Cuphead, and what's his name from
Sans.
Sans, yeah. And what were some of the other ones?
Oh,
there's Shantae.
Yeah, the Cuphead, Shantae. We have more Mega Man characters, right?
Well, the premium ones have been like the big indie games, like Sans, where you get a song.
Skyrim,
Cuphead.
big
Oh, yeah, I
indie
forgot
game like
Skyrim's in
Skyrim. You know,
No, they don't. But you don't get music tracks with that one. I'm talking about the ones that you get music tracks with.
I mean, how nice would it be at the end of this? It's like, because I think if they are done, and it is Chief or somebody else that's not attached to a Mushroom Kingdom or Nintendo-esque property, I think Waluigi deserves the Piranha Plant treatment, where it's just like, hey, this is coming. It's going to be part of it. It would be such a cherry on the top, I think, for this game if they're going to do that, because so many people have felt wronged by Waluigi not getting the invite. And I think he needs his tennis racket and his golf club and his
and his wiggler. No, after what they've done to us in Mario Kart, I never want to see that purple upside down L ever again. Like, get him.
He's already a fighter in the game. They just got to flip the switch. Assist trophy. There's a switch for assist trophy. They just got to flip it to actual fighter. That'll be good.
What if it's King Hippo?
Who?
Get out. I'm turning his camera
Wart
off.
would be really cool. I think Wart would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, John. Who, like, my gut feeling is that it's going to be like way out of left field. Like, nobody's going to expect it, and I'm also worried it's going to be nobody's going to want it. Right?
It's going to be Eldegard from Fire Emblem. One character from Three Houses.
No, it'll be, what's her, Camille? Girl. Is that the?
Oh, yeah, Camilla. Camilla.
Yeah, there you go. That's the. But I mean, 2 waifus and 1. I guess
it'd be
3.
cool to have a female rep. We didn't get like any female reps for. Well, we got Min, but that's really, I think, the only one for DLC.
Mithra Pyra.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But like, maybe if you go Mortal Kombat, there's a bunch of females in Mortal Kombat, like Sonya Blade, Melina,
Katana.
Yeah, there's it'd be great.
Even Street Fighter, like Chun-Li, would be cool.
Chun-Li's come to Fortnite, so
Lara Croft. That was rumors for a while, wasn't it? I feel like Lara Croft was.
We have all of her death animations from the last Crystal Dynamics games.
Oh, some of those
they're pretty brutal,
gnarly. Yeah, when she's like sliding down the waterfall and gets
bashed
impaled,
against rocks,
and you're just like, oh, this feels real. I need to play something fun.
What I'm picturing is, it's completely dark, and then a shadow walks up, drops a weapon down, and it's the Blades of Chaos. You got Kratos in there.
I would lose my mind. Kratos is one of my favorite gaming characters. Like, I like that would be crazy. But I think I would be upset that it was Kratos and not Chief. Like at that point,
because according
they
to
already
IGN,
they already have the template. The PlayStation All Stars Brawl. He was in that game.
Yeah, because according to IGN, that's the best game of all time ever. Is a game from 3 years ago.
Well, let's not talk about that. People have never played a Nintendo
people
game.
People don't have a memory when they're voting on that kind of stuff either.
GTA, like there was 2 GTAs in the top 4. You get one.
Maybe one of the characters is the main character from GTA.
Super Mario World lost in IGN's thing in like the first round. Like
all the old games. Super Metroid got knocked out early.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, I can't believe.
It's a good game. Over. It's not a good Zelda game though.
I don't care. It's the best game ever made.
All right. Well, I mean, here's to hoping that, like, the other thing I want to see with the Smash character, like, I want to see. I hope it's something that a lot, like, I feel like this last run. I feel like Mithra Pyra were probably the hypest out of that, and Sephiroth. Like, it was kind of a toss up between those two, But other than that, I don't feel like.
Min Min kind of fell flat.
Yep.
Sephiroth. What's the order that they came out in? I don't even remember anymore.
Well, Min Min was the first, and it appeased the 3 Arms fans that are still out there.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, and then and so my biggest hope, honestly, is that it's
Steve.
character.
Steve was next.
Oh, Steve. Yeah, Steve was pretty big.
And
big.
Steve was pretty hyped too. I guess they've been so far apart that like Min Min was like, okay, it's cool. We're getting representation from Arms, right? Like, and the way they did it was great. The way they showed her coming into the game. Yeah, Steve was crazy because it was like, yo, this is a huge nod to Minecraft, right? And then the thing I remember most about Sephiroth is just like so many people were so excited that were huge fans. Like, I have no connection to this character whatsoever. I've finally played far enough along in Final Fantasy VII on my Switch to be like, oh, there he is. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
there's the guy from Smash.
That's the guy from Smash. And so, but it seemed like the community was hyped. I feel like Terry, right? Was Terry this time around?
I know that was the last one. Man. Kazuya was the fighting character,
and that I just feel like Kazuya kind of fell flat, you know. So like,
it's cool. It's cool that they honor previous fighting games, and I think the little nods and details that they put into the old 2D fighters is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, they are kind of niche.
Well, but here's the other thing. Kazuya could technically be considered PlayStation representation.
I mean, and Cloud fit that bill for a long time.
Yeah.
Even though it's third party, it was an exclusive for the longest time.
And it is right now as well. Final Fantasy VII is still an exclusive, and it was supposed to be out on Xbox in the spring. So
yeah, nobody seems to question it. It's just okay.
No, yeah, it's just all right. It's like Destiny was with the. So yeah. So I mean, again, looking back, some of them seem hyped, some of them not as much. I want this one to be hyped. I want the community to be hyped. I hope it's not another sword character from like Fire Emblem. You know, I kind of hope it's not a Pokemon.
There's no way it's another Fire Emblem character. There would be no reason to.
The internet would be a hot dumpster fire.
But we have to remember,
it already is.
We were told these all were chosen.
Yeah, we were told a lot of things.
Halo. So Halo's been delayed for how long now?
I mean, it was supposed to be out last December.
July. So like July, August of last year. And this fighter pack started like what, end of 20?
It was last year. I think it was like last June, because I feel like Min Min came out in June.
It's been going on for a while. We know that. It's been going on for a while. So
I mean,
I can't wait to see what Tilted Towers looks like in Smash Bros.
Jonesy,
pretty cool.
Oh my gosh,
that would burn the internet.
Yeah, but I'd be all about it. Like,
he'd
probably have some crazy cool weapons, like very much a projectile character, similar to like Mega Man, or I don't know if Snake is kind of a semi-projectile character. I don't know how to describe him. You know,
there's a grapple built into Fortnite. There's a lot that Fortnite could translate into.
The building aspect would be the most interesting thing that I would.
Some Steve elements in there. Yeah.
Andros say we can't have Master Chief another sword character. No, we want his sword. His is the sword we will allow. Like,
as long as it's a sword cancel across the whole stage and you just go flying all the way through.
Well, but I mean, seriously, it could be his dash attack. That's the only time the sword comes out, because it looks like the way he lunges, right? So I mean, you could be onto something there. I mean, rockets, if
pulls out the hammer as well.
If it starts with Mario, like I've said, knocking people around, and then you hear the sound of the sticky grenade, and then it sticks on the end of Mario's nose, like it would be it'd be game over for me. I would literally be dancing.
Or it still starts dark and then the sword ignites in the dark.
Oh, just fires it up like oh man.
How much of a slap in the face if it's Arbiter?
So the presentation is the day that the Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl game comes out. SpongeBob crossover.
That game has got a lot going for it. I mean, the hype is around it.
Good. Yeah. Chiefs, what would Chiefs' final smash be? Would it be like Cortana comes out and just like
or
like fires the Halo ring and just annihilates everything, like the whole stage and everything's gone. Like that ends the match. Like just it's game over.
I see something. I don't even know what character it was from like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Somebody had like a crazy. I think it was probably Cyclops' laser, like beam laser.
Oh yeah,
filled up the entire screen. But like Spartan laser just comes out and he just beams you with it.
Supercharged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or runs over you with a ghost or something like that.
Yeah, just the Scorpion tank drops in like the like with Fox.
Craig comes in.
Yeah, the Banish show up. Oh my gosh.
Throwing bananas with no fruit physics.
No, they improve fruit. They improve fruit physics.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Not the time or the show.
But I mean, if he ends up being the character, like maybe you can switch between his nades. Maybe he's got stickies, maybe he's got spike nades, maybe he's got regular nades. Like there could be some cool things that they could do with Chief as a fighter. As we saw in Dead or Alive 4. I mean, seeing the Spartan in that game, like she was no joke, and so I don't know. We'll wait and see. But Crash, I think, would be a great choice.
Spyro.
Yeah, I mean Spyro I feel would kind of be like a weaker choice. I feel, I mean, if they dug deep into the, like I said, like with the, like if they did Conquer, like that would be totally off the wall. But I think so many people would be like, I'm buying Smash now. I get to play Conquer again on a Nintendo system. I'm down. Let's do it. And all of his words would just be like fuzzed out when he speaks. just blurred out. So I don't know. But hey, we've been going an hour and 12 minutes and we should wrap this thing up. So chat, thank you guys for hanging out. And we do this live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure to hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, all the things. Crawler, where can people follow you on Twitter?
Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E. I tweet something sometimes. You never know.
Johnny, where can they follow you?
I am Johnny Bo everywhere. You could come yell at me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube.
All the places. Guys, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere at N64Josh. And again, we just appreciate you being here, hanging out, listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.